Not once.
You know, and Republicans have been waiting years for this opportunity to take over the House. And so when the rest of the country looks at how Republicans are handling day one, they can't unite, they can't come together. It's day one and they can't agree already.
Yeah, it's a shame. It makes us look foolish. If I didn't know any better, it's like the Democrats paid these people off. Hey, let's pay them off. Let's make it look like the Republicans can't govern and don't deserve any gavels whatsoever. That's what it makes it look like. Again, their demands are foolish. Their demands are inside baseball procedural issues. That's what they are. Their demands are things that the average American doesn't care about at all. The average American cares about defunding 87,000 IRS agents. That's actually what's going to be on the floor today if McCarthy gets 218, because then we can actually start doing business. That's the first bill we're going to vote on. You know what's going to be right up after that? It's going to be bills on border security. It's going to be bills on making our economy more resilient and reducing inflation. It's going to be the things that people actually care about. The things that they want, the things that they're demanding to offer their votes to McCarthy are things that nobody cares about.
Right.
And look, nobody calls my office and says, you have to, this is my biggest priority, you've got to get rid of Kevin McCarthy. Nobody. We had 0 calls about this. There's 0 emails about this.
Right.
So I don't know where this group is getting this idea that this is important to the American people or important to the conservative movement. It is simply not. They don't even have ideological disagreements with Kevin McCarthy. This is about petty personal issues that they have, or petty attempts to gain notoriety. And it's unbelievably frustrating, and they should be held accountable for it by the American people.
So they're not going to vote for him on the first ballot. They're going to vote for Andy Biggs. So the big question is, Congressman, who are you hearing these renegade Republicans want to nominate, essentially, as Speaker? Who's their person?
They don't have one.
There's
That's
no
a great
plan.
question. There's no plan.
Right.
That's a great question. They keep acting like, you know, they keep acting like they've got somebody in the wings. They're just waiting. You'll see on the day of, right? They keep saying that. They're like children. This is such a childish attempt at gaining more and more attention. You know why they say it like that? Because they want you to interview them again. That's why they're doing it. Please interview. You'll see if you just put me on TV just one more time, please. Then I'll tell you who we're going to go for. But here's the thing: they've got nobody. Even if they did, I promise you, there's a ton of Republicans who will not vote for them. They will not vote for anyone except Kevin McCarthy. Because here's the thing: this is a general election. All right, we had our primary election, and Kevin McCarthy won with 85% of the vote. That's a primary election. Now we're in the general election. So if you're not voting for our GOP nominee, you are voting for Democrats. You are enabling Democrats. Yep. And let's make something very clear. You know who is technically the Speaker of the House if Kevin isn't sworn in? It is a clerk who is appointed by Nancy Pelosi. So the only person you're empowering are the Democrats. The Democrats are cheering. The Democrats are so happy that this is all happening because these guys and these girls wanted to make this happen. They wanted so much notoriety. Their own sense of self-aggrandizement so important to them that they needed to make this happen.
Well, we're going to find out if they're true to their word, and they're going to sit it out about noon today. Congressman Dan Crenshaw, we know how you're going to vote. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Fox and Friends continues.